The Kundalini process represents a higher consciousness in mankind. Kundalini is the name of a dormant potential spiritual energy force in all humans, and it is situated at the root of the spinal column. In the masculine body it is in the perineum, between the urinary and excretory organs. In the female body its location is at the root of the uterus, in the cervix. This center is actually a physical structure. It is a small gland which you can touch. However, Kundalini is a dormant energy, and even if you touch or press it, it will not awaken. To awaken Kundalini you must prepare yourself through many challenging life experiences, or long intense yogic techniques such as asanas, pranayama, kriya yoga and meditation. Then, when you are able to force your prana into the seat of Kundalini, the energy wakes up and makes its way through the central nervous canal, to the brain. This process will change a person's reality, allowing them to be free from superstition and social conditioning. Genuine Kundalini awakenings are rare, and 99% of humans will most likely not experience it during this lifetime. As Kundalini ascends, it passes through each of the chakras which are interconnected with the different silent areas of the brain. With the awakening of Kundalini there is an explosion in the brain as the dormant or sleeping areas start blossoming like flowers. Therefore, Kundalini can be equated with the awakening of the silent areas of the brain. Our present consciousness is not independent, as the mind depends on the information supplied by the senses. If you have no eyes, you can never see; if you are deaf, you will never hear. However, when the Kundalini emerges, experience becomes completely independent and knowledge also becomes completely independent. You then become more in control of your own personal reality, and will discover abilities that you didn't think were possible, such as asking the universe for something and it manifesting in front of your eyes. The universe is clever, and will not give special powers to someone if they are unable to use them in the correct way, as this can be detrimental to those who are not ready for such manifestations. The story of Jesus is a prime example of this. Jesus may have activated his Kundalini allowing him to unlock secret healing abilities, and to manifest physical changes on request. However, if this was the case then it may have been too early in our civilization, which eventually lead to his death. Or, he may have shown us a glimpse of what is actually possible within this time-space reality when we master the Kundalini process. In the traditional descriptions of Kundalini awakening, it is said that Kundalini resides in the form of a coiled snake at the base of our spine, and when the snake awakens it uncoils, and shoots up through center of the spinal cord, opening the other chakras as it goes. These chakras can be stimulated by physical touch, but one must be aware of their inner energy, and focus on this intensely before the chakras can be opened. And in most cases your internal energies are not yet awakened without many life experiences. The Kundalini awakening must be earned; it is not given to anyone who simply asks for it. There are no shortcuts to spiritual evolution, as that would be catastrophic to the human race, and if the power of Kundalini were given to the wrong person, the consequences would be catastrophic to world peace. Anyone who has earned a true Kundalini awakening will have already learned how to live a life that will not affect others' spiritual path, and the process will bring them unconditional love for all life in the universe. With the awakening of Kundalini, not only visions of God take place, there is dawning of creative intelligence and an awakening of supramental faculties. By activating Kundalini you may become anything in life. The energy of Kundalini is one energy, but it expresses itself differently through the individual psychic centers or chakras, first in gross instinctive ways and then in progressively more subtle ways. Refining of the expression of this energy at higher and more subtle levels of vibration represents the ascent of human consciousness to its highest possibilities. Kundalini is a creative energy; it is an energy of self-expression. Just as in reproduction a new life is created, in the same way, someone like Einstein uses that same energy in a different, more subtle realm, to create a theory like relativity. It is the same energy that is expressed when someone composes or plays beautiful music. It is the same energy which is expressed in all parts of life, whether it is building up a business, fulfilling the family duties or reaching whatever goal you aspire for. These are all expressions of the same creative energy. Kundalini has many different names across the world, however it is all the same and anybody has the potential to awaken it. If reincarnation is real, then it may be that some people may need to live many lifetimes of karma until they are ready for it. The awakening itself is not easy; it is usually manifested by one or more intense negative experiences, and will leave a person feeling confused, and feel as though they are riding a wave of positive and negative emotions that they have little control over. This will eventually settle and a person may feel enlightened. Their mental and physical senses may become more enhanced. Examples of this will include extreme imagination involving sexual experiences that don't require the physical manifestation, and food may taste more rich and satisfying. Other symptoms include not caring about your previous worries. Also, your previous insecurities may become the things you now love about yourself. Your ability to meditate may become easier and you may have love for things you previously didn't love. When these symptoms occur, you will feel blessed and you may wish to help others more. This may be what Jesus was referring to in chapter 3.3 when he said, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless one is born again he cannot see the kingdom of God." With the awakening of Kundalini, a transformation takes place in life. It has little to do with one's moral, religious or ethical life. It has more to do with the quality of our experiences and perceptions. When Kundalini wakes up, your mind changes and your priorities and attachments also change. All your karmas undergo a process of integration. It is very simple to understand. When you were a child you loved toys, but why don't you love them now? Because your mind has changed and consequently, your attachments have also changed. So, with the awakening of Kundalini, a metamorphosis takes place. There is even the possibility of restructuring the entire physical body. When Kundalini awakens, the physical body actually undergoes many changes. Generally they are positive, but if your guru is not cautious, they can be negative also. When the Shakti wakes up, the cells in the body are completely charged and a process of rejuvenation also starts. The voice changes, the smell of the body changes and the hormonal secretions also change. In fact, the transformation of cells in the body and brain takes place at a much higher rate than normal. These are just a few observations. However, scientific researchers are still taking their first steps into this field. It's important to know that the world still knows very little about this process. Science so far has chose to ignore most spiritual workings, and this will have to change if we are going to evolve into a peaceful future. The physical matter we are made of in this dimension is only a small piece of the overall reality we find ourselves in. The sooner science takes spiritual dynamics seriously, the faster we will unlock all the secrets of our reality. By means of Kundalini awakening, you are compensating with the laws of nature and speeding up the pace of your physical, mental and spiritual evolution. Once the great Kundalini awakens, man is no longer a gross physical body operating with a lower mind and low voltage prana. Instead, every cell of his body is charged with the high voltage prana of Kundalini. And when total awakening occurs, man becomes a junior god, an embodiment of divinity and magic. If you are currently experiencing a Kundalini awakening process, it's important to not fight it and just experience it with a sense of intriguement, allowing things to unfold when they have to and try to enjoy the ride. If you are experiencing intense depression or anxiety, realize that this is happening to help awaken you and fully allow it. As once this process is complete, you will feel more than okay, you will feel extremely powerful and thankful for what has happened to you. And you will then be able to live the life you have always wished for, and the universe will help you achieve your when you ask it to do so. Please share this video and subscribe for more.